Welcome back, everyone. Today we're in the Giants editor, and I am Jewel. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I appreciate all the new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. As you can see, we got a lot going on, and we need to do a lot more. So we have buildings here. We have our school. I forgot what this is. I don't know if I said on the episode, but there's a baseball field. This is a police department on the other side. This is the driver license place. Then we have a library. Excuse me. We was thinking about putting a park right here. We'll deal with that later. These are just things that are floating. This is a hospital. This is a doctor's office. You know, different things going on. We got the spinnery stuff here. We got the animal dealer. We got an oil factory. We got the grain mill thing, silo thing. We got the main farm area here with our little lake or pond or whatever you want to call it. Probably a pond. And then we have the bunker, the animals, more animals. I haven't finished this area. This little square is just there. It's not. It's not what it's gonna look like. But I'm not ready to paint and decorate, so I'm not worried about it. I'm worrying about the bigger things. So when I get ready, I'm gonna be doing something here. But we got this here. We still gotta fix that. I never did come back and fix it. Yeah, yeah. Shame on me. But anyway, you see, we gotta do it. Uh, this is our farm, and if you're new to the channel and you want to learn about map making, there's a bunch of things that I show, and in earlier videos, maybe in the 19, some of that you can check that out for it. But then there's other things that change later, so you'll have to see what changes. But I show whatever I know or learn, so I'm no perfect expert, but I know a pretty good bit. I learn a pretty good bit. I was looking at field shapes and things and trying to think about it. I haven't really permanently done anything with it yet. For that, I'm just deciding things. So if I put these fields here, like they come out, they got this field on this hill here. And if I put a way in, you know, I would have to go in the game to drive about to see what type of way was I going to do that if I did do that. But you can see there's plenty of options with the way the ground is laying. So I don't know exactly how it'll end up. But you can see how it shapes. There may be better way to paint it. I think it looks like it'll be decent the way it is, though, honestly. Depending on how I roll with it. I got this one's coming up on the hill, but like I say, some of this will be subject to change because I don't want nothing too steep. And then some of these little areas will be different. But I'm thinking about trying to paint down a little bit of the field stuff, like make some decisions on some of that. And I'm trying to decide which area to start. These are potentially not going to be like that. I don't know yet. I was thinking about it, but now that I'm not sure, I'm trying to decide how I want them really to look. I do like to have a house and a shed on each section of fields. So I'm trying to decide what I really want to do. Really need some trees on some of this part. Like this is a good spot for trees because it's a nice big old hill. So I'm thinking trees are going to be on the corner here. And then we're going to have the road we'll have to fix. It's not perfect yet. So we got to deal with that. I think I'm going to bring the road up a little bit. It's a little bit steep right there, honestly. I'm thinking about bringing it up quite a bit. Let me see. Let me see. What if we go ahead and bring that up a little bit? Let me think. This side or this side? What if we go to there, Control R, we knock that over, and we bring, oops, I covered up all that stuff. Let me undo that for a second, because I don't feel like digging all that out. Okay, hang on a minute. I think it's only one though, or two. I think there's another one. Let's put it up here. Control B, just so we don't lose it. I had used it as an example. I guess it's not there anymore. Okay, that's fine. I had used it as an example in a video, so I just don't want to leave it buried. Right, so let's try this again. I'm going to come up higher, Control R, and come up like this high and see if I can't get something a little bit more reasonable here. Now we're still going to slope that, so hang on. That's way further than I thought. Alright. Let me look and see. That's gotta be fixed. Okay. We'll have to slope it in a minute. I'm just looking. Wow. Let me see what we got here. Well, it's not bad for this road, but that is like crazy. Let me think. I guess I don't mind it hitting this other wall here. But I didn't really want that to be that high. I wanted a hill there, so I'm trying to decide, do I really want it to do that or no? So let me think about that. I had to get something right there because it was crooked. There we go. Let me see. Let me decide. I don't mind that part. Let me situate you just a bit. There we go. Right there. Let's see what we got. So when you come down the hill, it's not a massive hill. Then you do still have a hill. See, that's what I didn't want to take away. So I think that's enough of a hill. I'll have to see. If it's not, we'll fix it. But I think that's okay. And then we're just going to situate this like so. Let's knock this. No, I didn't want to do that, but I guess we did it, so we're going to leave it. Just trying to do something else. There we go. Good enough. Good enough. Alright. We'll back off and see what we got here. Gotta try to get this angle correct right there. There we go. I think it's gonna work. Well, of course we'll have to drive it. Oh, it looks like it's crooked. If it is, I'll have to add that up. Yeah. I think it is. Let's just grab it. Right there. Make sure this comes up. Make sure that comes up. And then slope it. Alright, I think we're okay. It's still a little crooked, but we still have that heel effect, which I was looking for. Now this one needs to come down to somewhere along here, and then slope to get it back to where it wants to be. Let's knock that down, back out. There we go. Let's see how that looks. Okay, we still got our slopes here. We can come up this hill. We can use that as a way to get this one to this level. So let's get it to that level. Just bring it over and knock it down. And knock all that down till we get it situated. Alrighty. And smooth away. Now we're going to square it up a bit more. And then we'll smooth it down again. Notice I'm just trying to stay off of the road as much as possible there to get that slope. We're going to have to come over further. I'll have to move my view because it's not letting me. Alright, let's back out. Get the view. And now I can do what I gotta do here. Get that side. Now I can stay far enough away I can get this side. Get a nice steep place. Alright. I think we'll be okay here. We gotta adjust it a little bit here. Okay. A little bit there. A little bit over here. There we go. I think we're okay there for now till we get ready. We'll have to adjust it a little bit. It looks like we still need a little more there, don't we? It's just sliding so far down. There we go. That might work. Now let me see. I think that's better. We still got this corner to do. I'm gonna grab about right here, and this one's gonna go to there. And now we got a decent slope. Alright. And when we come up, we got that straight away. Whoops. If I can get this mouse to cooperate. There we go. Oh, now we gotta get to here to fix this. Alright, let's grab that. Control R. And Control R here. Maybe make it a little more steep. Get down into that bottom area. Let's get, oh, I didn't want to do that. That'll work. I'll just make it that way. Let me back up a bit. Alright. Bring it to there. And then smooth it. See if that works. Good. That's good enough. Long as I get my sloped up and downhill deal, so we'll be good. Anyway, when I make my actual road, we'll adjust anything that might be too steep. Alright, let's grab it here. Alrighty, let me see. Smooth this out. Smooth that out. Knock that down. I don't know. What do y'all think? Let me look. It's pretty steep, man. I ain't gonna lie. But I'd have to go in game to see how steep it is. I think it's steep though. Well, we'll see. But see, it's got the hill effect I want. I like the straightaway, but I want some of that hilliness. And we gotta adjust this one because it's definitely crooked. Definitely crooked. We gotta fix that. Alright. There. This is the problem. It's this side. It's the problem. Okay. It's not too bad. Okay. Then we get to there. Yeah. That's one of those little spots in the road, you know, that makes the car do this little bounce that makes you feel funny. Alright. Let me see. We gotta situate this one. We'll just grab it midway there, 'cause that's decent right there. Try to keep it like that. This side we gotta fix. Let's just work on a little bit of that. Apparently we're working on roads today, so there's that. So we're gonna grab this side here and make it situate. And now we're gonna smooth it out. And there we go. Let's paint this road a little bit more. It doesn't have to be perfect, just get something in there. Alright, now we got that going on. Smooth this out a little. I think we need to lift this side up more. Like so. There. Can't really see it from this angle. We gotta get down so we can see what's going on. Alright, that's gonna work out well as soon as we fix this. There we go. Okay, we gotta drop that side more. Somehow it's just not working. So we're not going far enough over. There we go. There we go. We don't want to get too close because we got to deal with the farm. See, I got issues over here I got to deal with. I don't want to go so close. So we're going to have to smooth this better. We'll see what ends up happening with this. We should be up. That's floating now. There we go. Alright, well, we got that going. Okay. So if we do the trees on the corner here, we could do some in the middle there. Because if we put the field like that, it's too steep, I think. Look how steep that is. I'm thinking some of them's gonna have to come on down. But and that's like a little road we gotta deal with too. See? I'm thinking if we come in this as a road and we look over, we could put the house on the corner right here. And then you pull in the yard and then you got a field. But we could shape it differently. We could do the round brush and make it different looking. Like so. And I'm gonna try to look at the ground is what I gotta look at in a minute. I just trying to get a little paint down. Then I'm gonna go look at something. Alright. Grab this. Now let's go look at the shape of it. I think the shape is okay. I think the height is okay going up the hill, and then we see we're not making it go all the way up, so hopefully it's enough. Let's see. Now this one's very steep. I just don't see it being that steep, so I'm gonna cut that out. I just don't want the hill being that high up for the field. We're just gonna bring that back down. And then this is just gonna be, we're gonna cut that side off, I guess. I'll have to look at it and see what the hill looks like. Oh, that was an accident. See, we can bring more one way or the other. We just don't want it up the hill on that one. Because that's almost straight up and down. That's just too high. See, like that. And we would have to smooth this part a little bit. I'm going to hit smooth just a little bit to get it situated. So that if we did farm it, we could. Alright. That looks almost like a finger, or a mushroom, or a person's head, and a body. That's funny. Uh, but like I said, if we put the house on top of the hill, which we may or may not do, and this road could end up being moved just a hair. The problem is we just need this to make sense. Is the thing. Unless we broke it into another piece, but I don't know if I want to do that. Let me see. That would be on the steepest of the steep of the hill. We could bring this part over more, since we have room, like so. And also we got to worry about how big the field is. Is it manageable? Do we like it? Which we'll test that out and see. Cause this is actually big. If you can't tell, it's pretty big. I think it looks okay as far as if we set up a road here and we look over and see a field. I mean, obviously the problem now is going to be the road ain't going to match. It'll be too high up by this water, if you get what I'm saying. So I would have to knock the road down to somewhere along here. And if I do that, it takes a bunch of that away. You see what I'm saying? So then if we smooth this, I'll try to show what I'm talking about. Alright, let's get close where we can see. See, because a house would have been up on that hill too much. Now it would be, if we square this up and we're able to put a house here, we could, and then the road we would be able to make sense. Oh, there's a house. Oh, there's a farm. Oh, there's the water. Because otherwise it was such a steepness toward the water. Now, when we do it, we can have trees right here, and it could just be completely wooded and you wouldn't even know, you know. But basically, we got that. So we could do that. Let me go ahead and knock some of this around a little bit. See if we don't get that edge though, it becomes a problem. Let me put this back on the one we need it on, if it would cooperate. Well, that's not what I wanted to do, so let's undo that a couple times. One more time. Alright, smooth this out. There we go. Back out a little bit. See, this can be a cliff area if we want. Let me see. Rock, dark. Let's just see. Let's put it back on the round one. There we go. Now we're not finalizing none of that, I'm just showing you. And then that can be by our water, and we're gonna have some trees, and that's kind of holding up our little deal there. You know what I mean? But let me try to get this more to where I wanted it. Oh, it went up even higher. I thought it was gonna be good where it was at. There we go. Let me go see. Okay. Alright, let's move on up. We got this problem over here. We need to bring it down some. Control R, bring this down. Maybe not that much, but there we go. I don't like this. I need to get the square one. That's my favorite. There we go. Let me see. Now we did make that go everywhere. We should have used this again. We should get this one if we're gonna do it. If that's how we're driving here. This needs to go away. Like I said, I don't know what the road situation is gonna be here, but let's just try to get it a little better. Just enough for visual sake. There we go. Alright. That's good enough for now. Smooth this out. We should be alright. We'll have to test it in game, see what it really is doing on the ground here. Trying to make sure it's nice and smooth where when we drive it's proper. Not too bad. Let's go ahead and grab that level. We can put it back on the square. Knock it down, flatten it out right there. Smooth it out. Smooth it out, knock it down, smooth it out. Alrighty. Driving along, you can see the water. You'll be able to see a farm or whatever we put there. And so on. So we're not going to go too much further right there. We could say that the farm is on a hill here. And then when you're coming down the road, you go up a hill to get to it. And we could put trees all on the slope and put the farm and the house on the top up here. So let me see. What I might do is wait and do that on next episode. We could still have a house and a shed over here, but we'd have to totally situate it. We may move it down here, but this is still too steep in my opinion for our field. And that one's not much better. What we would have to do is go look in game, and I ain't gonna do that just yet. So we'll have to think on that one. And again, with the other farms, they're in good spots by the road, but they're steep areas. As you can see, you'll see the field from the road, but it's so steep. Now that one's not too bad. We might shape it differently. Let me see. I think we should shape this one differently. Let's try something. Let's just get rid of it. Paint it with grass for a minute. Completely just wipe it out for a minute. Both of them. Just for a minute. And then take and grab this. And then I'm thinking that it should be something like this. Come up on that hill, come up on this hill, and stop up on that hill. And then come this way. Like so. Because we have a slope. Well, we don't want to go that high, do we? Nope. So we're going to bring it to the bottom of the hill. Sorry about messing with the road there. That was too close to that. There we go. Alright, now we can grab it and keep it at the bottom of the hill. And follow that line and go that way. Like that. Now let's have a look. Yeah, we stayed up out of the hill. That's decent. We was able to go up a hill, but not too high, hopefully. Hopefully that's not too high. And then we have an end point over here. And it's at a level that you can deal with. Now this we might have to smooth just a little bit, but let's try to get another one in there. Alright, let's clear this one. And now let's go back down and look. We'll do one more. Let's see how steep that is. That's just too steep. Alright, let me look. Okay, this side's okay, actually. So if we fix this road, we do gotta fix it a little bit here. But once we fix the road, we kind of have a little spot here now that could be a field. We could make a corner house and then put the field in. So I'm gonna pretend, let me see. Let's make a house. Just pretend. Let's grab concrete or whatever that is. That's gonna be pretending to be the house area, roughly speaking. Then we're gonna grab this, and we're gonna grab this, grab that. We're gonna go in closer where we can see the shape of the ground, because that's what I'm trying to focus on here. So we want trees on that, okay? So we're gonna leave this more open to trees. So the back side's what we're gonna be focusing on. So we're gonna be going from here that way. So basically we're gonna say there's a field, and we don't mind going up the hill over here. So that part's good. And we don't mind going that way with the field. Like so. So let's make it like up here on this corner. We'll have to see how steep the hill is though. Alright. Now I don't know how big the house will be or whatever. We'll have to check that. But at least we'd have a big field. But that would be too steep up here. What if we take that away and leave it at that part? Let me see what it looks like. Okay. And then we can make the top of the hill be a field. Something or another. Let me see how steep we can go with it though. Those lines aren't necessarily a fence. We'll just have them there, so don't panic. They're not important. Let me see. I'm thinking we gotta cut some of that off the back. Like so. And then make this rounded because we got this filled. Let me see. We got a hill issue is what I'm trying to look at. Let me go in close. I can't even see where my hill stops at. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. So that part would be okay to drive on. But then we get to this little corner where we fall off this hill a little bit. We seem okay up at the top though. Looks like more of it needs to be over this way. Let's see what we got here. Whoops. Like that would be good. This side would be okay. Why don't we curve this side? Do it like this. We can just get rid of that. Like so. I don't know, I'm not liking it. Not liking it. I think we're gonna do something different here. This needs more shape to it. Alright. Okay. And we still have our room. Yeah, I'm thinking about putting some trees. If we do one, we might have to do something else, though, because it doesn't look right up here. The field just doesn't situate to me. I mean, we could do a triangular one or something. It just don't seem to look right. That might work. Something like that. Or you could go further, but I don't want to go too far with the field. We'll try that for now. We'll have to look in game. I don't want to, like I say, it looks decent. It doesn't look like we went too steep. That's what my concern is. And I want to keep room in between, and I want to be able to put some trees in too. I don't want to overfill. This one's got to be situated a little better. There we go. But we're not going to keep everything like those other ones. We're going to change the fields up. There's going to be trees all right there probably on that corner. So we're going to have to fix this real quick, but then I think we're going to be finished. Let's go ahead and grab that. Let's fix this. I tried grabbing it, didn't work. We grabbed the wrong thing. So I actually need to undo that. Alright, now grab this and go here and hit save. But I think that's gonna be good because I don't want to make the video too long, and I'm gonna do some off screen so I don't take up time, but checking the shapes and trying to find the best shape that matches the ground, because you can see it's really curvy. So it's a tough decision, and I'm gonna have to look in game to really tell what I'm doing, because you can't really tell behind here without driving on it and telling how steep it is. So we'll have to look. But I think that's gonna do it for this episode. Did a little bit of road work, did a little bit of field work, and decision making. So we're gonna call that an episode here. But I hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Please hit that like button, subscribe, turn on your notification bell if you want to receive a notification every time I post a video. Goodbye, everybody.